Hey Killer Bees, it's Paula B from PaulaBFitness.com, and on tap today I've got day 2 of the Weight Loss for Women Over 50 series. You guys, today I've got a great body weight strength and balance workout that requires absolutely no jumping because there's no cardio, but also no transitions to the ground and no equipment needed. Are you ready for this one? I'm totally ready. Let's go! All right, you guys, let's get moving and grooving. And that means that we're going to start with the warm-up, and we're going to start with arm circles and high knees. And yes, I'm reaching for my timer because that's what we're going to do. We've got the timer on today. And the only reason that I have the timer on today is, quite frankly, so that I do not have to count. You guys, today is, honestly, it's a not very slow moving day, but it is a moderately paced, gently moving day. We are thinking about strength and balance today. And I'm so excited about this workout, and I really deliberately chose it for day 2 because one time, a long time ago, when I very first became a personal trainer, just so you know, when it beeps, I'm going to interrupt my own story here. When it beeps, we're going to go into arm crossers and booty kickers, our normal warm-ups. Actually, you know what? I'm going to interrupt that story and tell you another story really quickly. You guys, I am so thrown off my game by not telling you in the intro that it's a Throw Thursday and that we've got a warm-up and a cool down and plenty of sweat in between. I feel totally off my game because I'm so used to saying that. Anyways, let me tell you my story. Here we go with arm crossers and booty kickers, our normal warm-up like we do on Throw Thursdays, even if it's not Thursday. Although, is today Thursday? I don't know. It's day 2. I don't know actually what day this is going to air, what day of the week. But you guys, my friends, okay. So before I tell you about the day is gently paced, nice and easy. I'll tell you about them. The interval timer is set for a minute. We've got plenty of time to do each of these exercises, and some of them are single-sided, so what we're going to do is go through the circuit twice. Everything in the first circuit, I'm going to be standing on my left leg. Everything in the second circuit that is single-sided, I'm going to be standing on my right leg. So feel free to pick a leg, any leg. You can go back and forth as long as you can keep track of what you're doing. Doesn't matter to me. You guys, when it beeps again, we're going to do Welcome to My Homes, and I'm also going to tell you the story. Years ago, when I first became a personal trainer, and here we go with Welcome to My Homes. I had this weight loss client who was a difficult client. Let me just state it like that. I liked her a lot. We actually are friends, but she was difficult to work with because we did a workout like this one time, and she complained bitterly that this workout was a complete waste of time. My friends, I know that if you are trying to lose weight, that you think you have to move fast and burn calories. Otherwise, it is not worth your time. When it beeps, we're going to do single leg kick jacks, which is not a cardio move. We're going to stand on one leg. Our arms are going to be moving like jumping jacks, and one foot, the foot that's up in the air, is going to be doing kicking. It is balance. It is core strength. It is body weight strength. We are thinking about keeping that leg soft but strong, thinking about moving our arms in the same plane as our body. So I'm standing on my left leg, hands come up, knee comes up. Your arms are going to stay in this plane while they come down in that half circle. Knee stays up and kicks out. Oh my goodness. My friends, slow moving work is excellent for weight loss. This kind of work will never, ever, ever be a waste of your time. And there are so many reasons why, but let me start with this because I know you already feel it. This core strength, this balance work that we're doing, this is the foundation of literally every other kind of exercise that you will do in your entire life. When it beeps again, we're going to put both feet on the ground. This is not the next one is not a single-sided exercise. We're doing deadlifts with deadlift airplanes is what I'm calling it. And then we're going to come up into a full front raise. Oh my gosh. Okay, so foot goes down. Let me turn to the side so I can show you this. Knees or feet are a little bit wider than the hip width apart. Core is in strong. Back stays super straight. We're pushing our hips back. As we push our hips back, our hands are coming up and out, squeezing from the middle of your back. As we stand up, hands are coming up directly overhead, squeezing from those shoulder blades, rotating your shoulder blades back and down. This is a full rear chain exercise. We're working your hamstrings, we're working your glutes, we're working your latissimus dorsi, we're working all the way up into your back and shoulders. Oh my gosh. My friends, slow moving work is so good for you for so many reasons. The core strength is just one part of it. The other part is that you're teaching yourself patience, honestly. The mental work involved in doing strength work when you are trying to lose weight. And then here we go into star balance. Again, I'm going to stand on my left leg. This is a single-sided, both hands up. We're going to tip to one side. This one does get a little bit of a break though. And then we're going to stand up. If you can stand back up without tapping your foot down, please help yourself to that. I very likely cannot. This kind, oh my gosh, of balance where we are tipping over to the side is particularly difficult for me. I do get bouts of vertigo sometimes, thankfully not usually right in the middle of workouts that I'm filming, although that has happened to me. But this kind of side moving work really throws me off, and so I do have to tap down. I want you to challenge your balance in whatever way feels best for you. My friends, we do not have to burn a lot of calories to lose weight. And in fact, burning a lot of calories isn't really how we lose weight at all. Like we talked about yesterday, let me tell you first of all, that we're gonna do a turn-in lunge. Here we go with our feet super duper wide, like almost uncomfortably wide. You're gonna step up on one toe, pivot that toe around and in, turn down into a lunge. Does not matter to me how low you can get. It's not about that. Then we're going to come down and do a sumo squat in between. Then we're going to pivot up on that other toe and turn down into that lunge. Yeah, I know, these are hard. I know. There's nothing about these exercises that's easy today. They're not supposed to be. We're not doing a ton of them. This is the kind of work, oh my goodness, that technically speaking, I would not want to do this exact workout every single day, but this level of intensity, this level of repetition, this level of difficulty is the kind of work that I want you to feel like you can do every single day, because that kind of consistency, my friends, is how we lose weight. It's not about any one individual burn. It's certainly not about burn, burn, burn. Coming up next, oh my gosh, both feet. We're gonna have a high knee twist, excuse me. So I'm gonna have my left foot on the ground, right knee is up, both hands are forward at shoulder height. The knee that's up is the hand that's going to open out wide. Oh my goodness. Now, speaking of vertigo, speaking of balance problems, I am going to have trouble with this one. Moving my head around is particularly difficult. I want you to be thinking about keeping your shoulders nice and strong, opening up by squeezing from the middle of your back and also using your abs and obliques. Your standing leg is soft but strong. Mine is also shaky, but that is how we get stronger, by holding on when it's tough. When it beeps again, we're going to have both feet on the ground. That's what I was looking at. My next exercise, thank goodness, has both feet on the ground. Whoo, doggies. My friends, the thing about exercising, here we go. The next exercise is I, Y, W, and parade rest. Feet are just nice and comfortable. Putting your hands up overhead, making the letter I, palms facing forward. Bring your hands down a little bit, forming the letter Y. Then bend your elbows, keeping your hands in that same plane. They should actually be out of your peripheral vision for the letter W. And then keeping them there, gonna pull them down into parade rest. Right back up into the letter I. There's really no resting position for this. Y, W, and parade rest, which is a misnomer. That's the hardest one of all, I know. I, and Y, and W, and parade rest. My friends, burning calories is not the only thing that we get out of exercise. In fact, it's not even the best thing that we get out of exercise. Yeah, you are burning calories, but also we're building muscle. We're burning endorphins, or bringing about endorphins. Coming up next, we're going to do a reverse lunge into a curtsy lunge. For me, my left leg stays stable. We're coming back into a reverse lunge and directly into a curtsy, balancing in between. So reverse and curtsy. I know. I know this is not easy. Making sure that your step back is big enough that your your knee is not coming over your toe. If you need to tap down in between, please do. I just did because I needed a little bit of a break. This is a lot of burn, my friends. And this is kind of why we do strength work. Honestly, that burn that you feel feels amazing, but I don't know if you know, when we do strength work, your body is actually burning at an elevated rate longer than just when you're doing the workout. So that calorie burn thing coming up next, we're going to do peekaboo side steps. So that means that we're going to have our elbows at shoulder height, hands being a little bit above your head. We're going to step to the side while we do a peekaboo open, and then step closed together while we close it back up. So open and closed and open and closed. Thinking about working both your shoulders and your inner and outer thighs while we're taking this big step out to the side. So open and close. Core is in nice and tight. Breathing the whole time and moving at a pace that feels comfortable for you. I know you could do this at a cardio pace, but I'd like you to actually think about moving at a focused pace. Really thinking about which muscles are working. Thinking about pulling from your upper back, squeezing from your inner and outer thigh, opening up, closing back up. You guys, this is the circuit. When it beeps again, hey, there it is right now. I'm going to stand on my right leg this time for those single leg kick jacks. So bring your knee up, bring your hands up. Hands come down in that plane while we kick that knee out. Actually, you're not kicking your knee, you're kicking your foot out. My friends, strength work has so many benefits for us. This kind of strength work, really specifically, where we're focusing on balance and core strengthening, not just, extraneous muscle, not extraneous, but what kind of word am I trying to come up with here? The muscles in your limbs, for example. Oh my gosh, that word is so not coming to me. But your arms and your legs rather than your trunk and your torso. I guarantee as soon as I turn off the camera, that word is going to come to me, and or you're going to stop the video and type it out to me. I cannot come up with it for the life of me, and I'm not going to worry about it right now. Those muscles definitely need to be strengthened. Here we go with those deadlift airplanes. But when we work specifically on our core strength, pull your back nice and straight. Here we come down into a deadlift airplane, and then up into a full front raise. Awesome job. And out. Core strengthening is especially critical for us at this age. My friends, nobody is getting younger, but we're definitely not getting younger. And as we get older, the likelihood of losing our balance and falling becomes a more real prospect. When we work on our balance now, before we need to work on our balance, we can get better at it. Balance is not the kind of skill that you work on like once and then boom, you're a master at it. In fact, there's no such thing as a skill that you work on once and become a master of. But balance especially requires a lot of patience. It requires a lot of work. Here we go with star balance. This time I'm standing on my right leg. I said that like a sing-song because that's not going to be any easier than it was on my left. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. My friends, working on balance is a skill that I have been practicing for at least 10 years at this point. And I know you've been watching me this whole time. My ankles are wobbly, my legs are wobbly. I've bobbled out of a couple of these poses. This is me with good balance. This is me with 10 years of practice at balance. I was not born with a lot of it. Maybe you were, and that's awesome, and you have less risk of falling as you get older. But for me, I feel like this is such critical work. When it beeps again, We're gonna do those turn-in lunges with the sumo squat. We're gonna spread our feet almost uncomfortably wide. Oh my gosh. And when we come up here, here we go. So almost uncomfortably wide, and it doesn't matter which one you start with, come up on that toe, pivot in, and turn it down. Now, I understand that for a lot of you, this kind of work can feel really uncomfortable on your knee, and I totally get that. I want you to be safe. Oh my gosh, I didn't do the sumo squat in between. Sumo squat in between, that was a cheater. I was thinking so hard about the lunge part and about telling you to only go as low as you can go. If that just means that you get to the pivot and back, totally fine. That is not a problem. You are doing your best work when you are doing your best work. It looks different on everybody. There are plenty of people who can get a lot lower than me, who can squat deeper, who can spread wider, who can be stronger. There are plenty of people who aren't this low, who aren't this wide. You are where you are, and that is exactly where you should be. When it beeps again, here we go with those high knee twists. So standing for me on my right foot, bringing my knee up, having my hands straight out in front of me at shoulder height. We're going to open up, oh my gosh, and turn the other way, which is not easier on my mental balance or my physical balance. How about that? Opening up, thinking about pulling that core in tight while twisting, using your abs and obliques. Standing leg is soft but strong, squeezing from your glute. This is all kinds of work for all kinds of muscles. And you know, I probably should have mentioned it. Don't mind the cats. They're being super weird today. They really wanted to be part of today's workout by running around and being crazy and scratching the couches and being nuts. They've both been asleep quite literally all morning until I brought out the camera. When it beeps again, we get to put this foot down. Thank goodness. We're coming back to that IYW and parade rest. Oh my gosh, thank goodness. What a good job you're doing, my friends. This work will never, ever be a waste of your time. I know that sometimes when we finish with these slower moving workouts, you kind of go on with your day like, well, I mean, I didn't expend a lot of energy in the moment. But you don't have to, you don't have to expend any energy at all to lose weight, because as we discussed, you are burning calories every single minute of every single day, no matter if you are exercising or not. That being in a caloric deficit when you need the energy and you have not taken in as much energy as you are using, that is how we lose weight. We can sometimes, occasionally, burn fat while we're exercising, but honestly, in all likelihood, you are burning fat while you are asleep because your body is still burning calories. But this kind of muscle work helps your body burn more calories every minute of every day. Here we come into that reverse lunge with the curtsy lunge. So for me, standing on my right foot. So reverse and curtsy. Oh my gosh, and reverse and curtsy. Not easier on this side. Kind of feels like cardio, kind of feels like I'm gonna fall over, kind of feels like I need to tap my foot down. You guys, building muscle is one of the nicest things you can do for your body in many, many ways. But one of the things that makes it so awesome for you is the fact that muscle is more metabolically active than other kinds of tissue in your body. I'm actually going to tap down in between every single thing now. I was trying to be a hero and not tap down, and that was just foolish. I'm going to go ahead and tap down in between, oh golly, so that I can focus on pulling in my core. This is what I'm telling you. When you are using excellent form, you are getting the best out of your workout. It doesn't matter how many you're doing. When it beeps again, we're going to do those peekaboo side steps. My friends, building metabolically active muscle helps you burn more calories every minute of every single day. This kind of workout is actually, arguably, by the time you do something like this regularly and build some muscle tone, might burn more calories than cardio. Cardio burns calories while you're doing it. Cardio has lots of good reasons to do it too. I'm never going to tell you not to do one particular kind of exercise. They all have a place in your routine. Everything that you could do to be active has a place in your routine. But don't discount one type of exercise over another just because of an alleged calorie burn, you guys. This is our last exercise, and when it beeps again, we are done. But we're not quite finished. I have something so significantly harder that it could only be the finisher. I'm going to start with my left leg on the ground first. We're going to come up into a side kick, and then bring that hand up for a side crunch. Side kick, side crunch. Do you feel the difference in your booty of that standing leg? Oh my gosh. Thinking about where your arm is, thinking about where your abs are, thinking about your glutes, thinking about maybe you should be next to a wall or a chair or the couch if you need to, or oh gosh, tapping down. Yep, I knew I was gonna need to. Coming up, kick and crunch and kick and crunch. When it beeps again, of course, we're gonna do this exact same thing on the other side. We do have to even it out. Oh my gosh, the burn is so real on this one. And this is kind of what I was talking about earlier. Here we go, switching sides. Is that sometimes when you get done with a workout like this, you kind of think to yourself, okay, I didn't really expend very much energy because we weren't moving very fast. You don't feel super sweaty, although I am actually quite sweaty. But it's not about the sweat, it is about the effort. I guarantee that I personally am going to feel this specific exercise tomorrow in my booty. And in fact, this one is using just about the same muscles as that, oh my gosh, that reverse lunge, curtsy lunge combo that I always feel. You might not feel your core working while you're working it. You might not feel a lot of these exercises while we're doing it. You might honestly not even feel a lot of it tomorrow either. You don't have to be sore to have gotten the work out of this workout that you need. My friends, yeah, oh good, hey, I was tapping down anyways, and that was it. Oh my gosh. Let's do a little bit of a cool down, shall we? Let's do, some tappers with those big arm circles. Oh my goodness, because I am not trying to do any more balancing right now. In fact, even this tapper might be almost as much as I have for the balance for the rest of my day. You guys, I'm already really enjoying this series. I have to be honest with you. This kind of work makes me so happy for so many reasons. Teaching you how and why to exercise, to love your body, rather than to just get some result out of it, is honestly the reason I became a personal trainer. I love being focused and aware of my body and what it can do. These workouts that we're doing this month are meant for you to develop that brain, body, and emotional connection with yourself. Let's go ahead and do some arm crossers. Oh, with that big hug, saying thank you so much for the work we did today, because you did some great work today. Whether you feel it right now or feel it later or don't feel it, you did great work today. Now here on screen, I will actually have a link to the whole playlist, as it develops for this 31-day challenge, so that at any point in time on any of these videos, you can find all the rest of them. Today, there's only yesterday's and today. But if you are watching this sometime later, you'll be able to have access to all of the videos. On the other side of the screen, I'm going to have a more extended cool down with a little bit more stretching. Bring your heart rate down a little bit more. Feel really good about your stretch for the day. On the bottom, there's the letter P. That's an invitation to go over to Patreon, where you can make a monthly pledge that helps me make free workouts for all of us. And thank you so much for that. And on the other side is a picture of me. That is a subscribe button. Make sure that you click the button and the bell notification so that YouTube will let you know every time I upload a new video, which this month is going to be every single day. You guys, thank you so much for sweating with me. Make sure you click the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.